friends and readers. I wanted to take a few minutes to speak to you today about what's been on my heart the last few weeks. We've heard over and over again about the senseless acts of violence from Utah to North Carolina to Colorado and beyond. And the senseless killings, the injustice, all of these things which should burden and do burden all of our conscious. But I just wanted to candidly get on here and speak to you guys and just say what's been on my heart. This most recent killing of Charlie Kirk, I know that's something that we've probably heard about over and over again, and you're hearing it from all different platforms, from all different angles. And I'll be the first person to say, and those of you that know me know this, that Charlie and his beliefs and his spiritual beliefs and his political beliefs aligned with mine, and so he's somebody that I followed. But the nature of this crime really shocked me. And as a police officer, 20 plus years in law enforcement, I'm pretty slow to say that something bothers me on that level, because frankly, I've just been so desensitized to it. But this really bothered me in a deep, bone deep sense. And after having some time to process that and to pray through it and to think through it, I really believe that one of the reasons for that, apart from me sharing Charlie's faith and him in some sense being martyred for that, I think it really was an attack on something that makes all of us Americans, on one of our core, most cherished, most fundamental pillars of American society, of our Constitution: freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the freedom to live your life in the manner you see fit, to make the choices, to speak the words, to speak truth, and to live without fear that you'll be silenced with violence. I can't think of anything more awful or offensive than being killed, brutally, savagely murdered for stating your opinion on something. And to do that goes against the entire fabric of the American existence. And I think that's probably why this has offended so many people in a very deep way, people who never met this man, is that this has, in effect, been an attack on all of us, everywhere, all free speech. Because once you reach that tipping point and it becomes okay to do that, none of us are safe. My wife, who's very wise, brought up something very interesting. She said, "You know why this hurts you so much?" And I said, "Why?" And she said, "Because you and Gareth have been doing it differently for years." And it just struck me that, Gareth and I could quite literally, this makes me emotional, Gareth and I quite literally could have chosen to put each other on the end of a gun, because we're different, because our views are different, because our beliefs are different. Instead, we chose to reach out and to dialogue and to communicate and to build bridges and to plant things that grow. That's what it means to be a human being. That's what it means to lead with love, to try to do good. Good doesn't have a language. Love doesn't have a language. It just is. Hate only destroys things. And so, on one hand, I'm super thankful for Gareth and for that relationship and what we've built together as writers. But I'm also fearful, because the moment, people who sympathize with this sort of silencing, the moment we say something that's unpalatable, look at Omniviolence, look at It Takes Death to Reach a Star, whatever. The moment we say something that's unpalatable or that strikes a nerve, now it's okay to kill us. It's okay to kill any writer, any speaker, any commentator for their beliefs that you don't subscribe to. And that's unacceptable. We can't live like that. Refuse to live like that. And furthermore, something about this has galvanized something in me to not apologize for who I am, to not apologize for what I believe, and to speak truth even more. Whether that's in person or whether that's through the text of my books. I intend to be authentic 100% all the time, every time. And I give you permission to not like it. But if we're Americans, and we truly are Americans, and we say we are what we say we are, then that freedom of speech and that fundamental tenet to be able to dialogue and to accept a differing view respectfully, that has to be at the core of what we're doing. So I just wanted to say this for everybody, and just my hearts and prayers go out to all of you. I know everybody's in a different place on this, but coming together is the only way forward. It's the only way forward. Coming together as one people, as one humankind, and leading with love. I hope you guys take this to heart. God bless. Take care of yourselves.